Hello, welcome to PlayStation Access. My name's Nathan. I'm here with Holly.
Hello.
Holly, we are at PSX.
We are, actually.
It's over there. It's
Somewhere.
over there somewhere. And this is so we've just been to the little presentation that they did this evening, which was described as like a campfire chat.
I liked that though.
There was no fire, but there was chat.
But there was air conditioning, so I wish there had been some sort of like
small fire
for us to warm ourselves
some
upon.
safe fire. But there was like as they said, Paris Games Week was big this year.
Yeah.
So this was always going to be smaller than that, and smaller than perhaps other PSXs have been in the past. But there was still new and exciting stuff.
That's nice.
And this video is all of that stuff. So if you were hoping to find out what happened at PSX, this is it. This is the list of stuff. So are we going to just go through? Have we ordered it in any way, or is it just?
Well, it's almost chronological-ish, kind of.
Okay.
So I thought that was just the best way to do it.
Let's do it.
Let's start with Firewall.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is the new 4v4 kind of. Well, it looked really Rainbow Six-esque.
It did.
It's a
Yeah.
VR
Like
title.
if you've been playing Rainbow Six Siege. This looked like that. It's tactical. There's flashbangs. Flashbang. I've decided to put the emphasis on bang there. I don't know why. Flashbangs. And yeah, 4v4. It's playable at the show, so we'll probably check that out tomorrow.
Yeah, can't wait to lose at that.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll be great.
Just be bewildered. I wonder what a flashbang going off in virtual reality is like. I haven't thought about it. I bet it's really disorienting.
Probably a bit like if someone threw a flashbang at you in real life.
Yeah,
really disorientating.
Horrible.
So moving on, more VR.
Yeah.
Now this is a free VR experience. It's
Right.
a Last Guardian VR experience.
Yeah,
I thought this looked marvellous.
It really does. I mean, obviously, I'm a big fan of The Last Guardian anyway. I will say things with scale translate really well into virtual reality, except you have to like be there to look at it.
Yeah.
So I was playing recently Doom VFR, and in that you can go into the archive and just look at the monsters close up. And like when I was playing it, I was like, this is amazing. And then when I was looking at the capture afterwards, I was like, there's a monster on the screen, so I feel like
you need to see it.
being able to be there with Trico and just experiencing it is going to be something special. So.
I think because the game was about having a special relationship with Trico, so having another dimension to that relationship, so being able to feel Trico's presence.
Yeah,
I like the idea of
his
it, but
warmth.
it's a free VR
It's free,
demo coming on
and
December 12th.
Yeah, they were describing it as a Christmas present. So Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas to you for the next one, because I know you're a Wipeout fan.
I am a Wipeout fan. Yeah,
Wipeout VR was announced again as a free update. So if you already own the Wipeout Omega Collection, you basically just get Wipeout VR. I mean, that's great.
I mean, it's one of them games which has always been kind of at the forefront of new technology anyway. It's always it's often been the thing that is used to showcase stuff, just because the kind of the style of the design behind it all is so strong. So it's not a surprise that it ends up on VR, but like with the speed and the kind of aesthetics of it, it's going to be like intense.
So moving on and sticking to VR, Jupiter and Mars.
Yeah, which was like... Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. Like, some text came up on screen which was like...
I had some feelings, I had some emotions,
like
I
humans
saw some
are dead.
dolphins.
The humans are dead and there are dolphins now, and these two dolphins are going on an adventure.
It was like Abzu met Echo the dolphin, and they went full electro trance.
Yeah, I know.
And got tattoos and everything to symbolise their new lifestyle.
Yeah, their road trip. I thought for a second it was going to be Echo the dolphin, and I thought this is a strong direction for Echo the dolphin. But I mean, I'll take swimming around in the ruins of whatever mess we leave behind us.
Well, that's why I liked Abzu. So I mean, if it's anything like that with some sort of crazy electronica going on in the background, I'm pretty much sold.
Yeah, I mean.
So that's fine by me.
What's next?
Another game I'm completely sold on, unsurprisingly, is Donut Country.
This was, for me, maybe the highlight of the evening, and that is no shade. This was awesome.
No,
what is the game, though? What is the...
Well, I thought it looked like a reverse Katamari.
Yeah.
So instead of collecting things, they're trying to make things disappear. So you start with like it's like trying to get like the square peg in the round hole. It has to be the right size. So every time you drop something through the hole changes size.
Yep.
So it's like a puzzle. You need to know in what order to collect things and how you collect them, I guess.
Can it ever shrink, or does it just get bigger?
I don't know.
I thought it just got bigger.
I don't know. I think it just gets bigger.
And I was like, at the beginning, I was like, this is funny because they've made an updog joke, which I enjoyed. But how much is there going to be to this? And then throughout the little bits of footage that they were showing, it just kept on doing little things. I was like, okay, that is clever. Well done. That's good. Yeah. Okay, I'm in. So I'm in.
And from Edith Finch as well. So.
Yeah. Well, it's from the publisher, Annapurna. But it's Ben Esposito.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. It's my kind of thing. Like I said, reverse Katamari, so you can't go wrong. Moving on, we found out about Ruby Rose. in Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle.
Are either of us going to pretend to understand what this means? We've just written it down. But if you know what it means, then comment to let everybody else know.
Look, I'm not very good at fighting games anyway.
Me neither.
I certainly can't be good at all of them. And sadly, that is one of the 2D fighters that has slipped through my net. Although visually, obviously, it's stunning.
Yeah, and well, just talking about fighting, I'm going to skip ahead just because the one I do know a bit about.
Because it was next on my list.
It's Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur 6 is coming.
Saw gameplay.
Yeah, we did see gameplay. And there was, obviously, this was kind of at the Game Awards last night for us. And I was excited about that. I'm just, more than anything, I'm proud that they've put Mitsurugi in the trailer because that's where he deserves to be because he's the best character. I'm
not good at fighting games, okay? I just know I'm not. No one needs to tell me that either. But Soul Calibur has a very special place in my heart, so I'm really excited to see it back.
Yeah. Obviously, you used to be at Bandai Namco.
I did. I worked on the last one.
Yeah. 5.
It's also probably one of the, I don't care what anyone says, I think it is one of the prettiest fighters out there.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, I was always surprised that it was always, I mean, I love Tekken, but, you know, you look at Soul Calibur, it's like, it's just a much better looking game, isn't it? And Mitsurugi has the best hair in games, so, you know, that's why we should all be excited.
Well, there's the new Tuesday checklist. Best hair in games. And now you have to say Mitsurugi because you've said it here. So after we saw that, we saw a bit of Monster Hunter, which, by the way, Monster Hunter World, that trailer was really good.
It was.
It's a really good. It made the game look really cool, even if you didn't know what Monster Hunter was.
Yeah, which is
a really cool trailer.
Where I am, that's what I mean. I know a little bit about. I've seen your video.
Thank you.
But
we edited it.
There was the cats in there. I remember they were cooking me up some stuff. That was cool.
You had a great time.
Yeah, but so I guess the new thing from that Monster Hunter World trailer was like you can play it with a Mega Man soundtrack if that's what you want to do. So
and also armor for your little companion, so he can run.
Right.
So if you remember at Paris Games Week, we saw the Aloy stuff, which I already thought was super cool. But the Mega Man stuff was just, it's such a nice little throwback, and Capcom can do that, and it's nice. And then, it looked like different weapons came with different Mega Man music.
Okay.
Which was the vibe I was getting, because it's like, with the bow, you have this theme, and with this, you know, the jewel, you had this.
That would make sense.
Yeah?
Like any of this makes sense. While a cat cooks me dinner. Sure. What's next?
don't think, just feel, Nathan. So one of the nice things about what we saw at PSX wasn't that at E3 and at Paris Games Week, it was, you know, huge trailer, very slick presentations, really cool stuff happening on stage. But it was nice to have the devs back on stage this time and having a bit of a chat.
Yeah.
So with God of War, while they didn't necessarily give us tons of new stuff, it was very interesting to learn that they've done their first play tests.
Yeah.
They are currently still play testing at the moment, but they're saying 25, 35 hours.
I mean, that was the big thing for me. I mean, the God of War games have always been chunky. I remember I came to them late, and I remember playing it and just thinking, this is like a serious amount of game I'm getting. But I think they have delivered a game which is somewhere around twice as long as they initially thought they were going to deliver.
Good.
So, I mean, that's good. If you were excited about God of War, it's like getting two at once, I guess. And they've also said now, what did they say? Early 2018?
Yeah.
It's coming next year. And yeah, it was. And Herman, I liked Herman's.
Herman is amazing.
He was chill. You know what I mean?
Because the man's not working on a game.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I've shipped my game and the DLC.
And it was awesome.
And poor old Corey is, exactly. And poor old Corey is like just at the very end of his adventure with God of War.
Aww.
So, yeah. I'm excited about it. I mean, that's huge.
Apart from having Corey on stage and Herman and the wonderful Siobhan, they did have the lovely Hideo Kojima.
We did. Actually, before we should say, because we're not really going to talk about Dreams in this video.
There's a whole Dreams video.
Dave, you and Dave went to Media Molecule, and there is a whole in-depth, it's about 30 minutes long of just explaining what Dave saw and you saw and how it works. But yeah, so there was, Kojima was also on stage talking about
he had like, I don't know, what do you even call that thing on his shoulder?
I
just
don't know.
Every time Kojima was like talking Japanese and he's bowing and nodding, the little thing was like bouncing next to him.
I know, yeah. I like that he walked on stage very carefully in case it fell off as well. So I've watched that footage of Death Stranding, and I don't think it's a secret now. We're playing MGS for our Christmas Let's Play, so I can have an opinion now about this Kojima game because I've played some of one, and I have no idea I know I'm not the only one, but I am fascinated to find out what is going on. But
welcome to the cult of Kojima.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know Rob's very excited. He's been tweeting about being just like this just there's a thing that's coming and he doesn't know what the hell it is, but he's goddamn excited about it.
But there were still a few things, like Cerny was chatting to Kojima, so there were still a few interesting things to learn. Mainly that Cerny's played about 5 hours of the game.
Yep.
And he has said what you're seeing in that trailer, which is all in-game engine, PS4 Pro.
Yeah.
That will make sense when you play it. So we're all being like, oh, Kojima's so abstract. What's he thinking? What's he feeling? And it's like, I'm sure it's just going to be, it'll make complete sense. And they did sort of reassure us that that bit where we sort of in the water going down to your own body is playable. Like, you will play that bit.
Yeah.
Which is, I like,
so
you can tell everyone's excited because you're like hanging on every bit of information.
Well, that was, I mean, that is the big bit of news which has come out of that, is that there are sections, because obviously they, Kojima spoke this evening about gearing up that project and visiting other worldwide studios.
I love that about Guerrilla.
Yeah, and Guerrilla just giving him the source code of their engine so that before he'd signed a contract so that he could
not just the engine, the source code.
Yeah,
like
I don't even know what that means. It's like magic.
I think if you can give someone the engine, that means they can use it, but they can't necessarily create or change stuff that's already existing in the engine. If you give them the source code, they have the ability to do that. So if Kojima needs the engine to do something really specific for him,
then he
can do it by using the source code.
So like I said,
I read Blood, Sweat and Pixels.
Like I said, it's magic. And so, but yeah, having no one really knows about the project or what state it's in or when it's coming or anything like that. So the fact that a part of the game is playable is, and Cerny was saying, although that might have been a joke. Who knows about the 5 hour thing? I
don't think Cerny makes jokes.
That's true. What's next?
Final, actually.
Ooh,
not just next.
What's final?
MediEvil.
Yeah, I know, and this has become, I don't know if they ever planned for this to become a tradition.
Sean's t-shirt.
But so Sean Layden wears a t-shirt and the t-shirt comes true. That's what happens every year now. And it happened with Crash Bandicoot, which, and that thing flew. He was saying it's one of the most successful titles for PlayStation this year. And MediEvil is next on that list of things which is being remastered.
It is. I'm very excited. It's remastered, coming to PlayStation 4 in 4K, which is amazing.
I've never played the original.
But Sean, if I can just give you a Croc t-shirt and a Gek t-shirt, if you could just wear those for me, mate, that'd be a huge favour.
I don't even know what games they are.
You've never played Gek Deep Cover Gecko?
No.
Croc, Legend of the Gobos. We're going to leave this video here. That's it.
I'm sorry. But thank you for joining us and my ignorance for this. Look, you're not talking anymore. That's it. No, okay. Well, Holly's going to throw me off this balcony, so we should say goodbye. But that was it. PSX. We're going to have more coming up. Let us know what you enjoyed about all the news from PSX. There were some gems in there. And we will bring you bits of gameplay from the show floor, a couple of bits from the panels, and anything else that we find here at PSX, which is just a lovely place to be. It's just a celebration of PlayStation. So, look, subscribe, stay tuned all week, and we will see you soon.